Welcome everyone to the Red Lounge. Rick Redmond here, and we are in the final stretch. The last week of the season, week 17 of this Madden NFL 18 franchise for your Los Angeles Rams. Now, after that injury debacle of a game that we had against Tennessee last week, we were able to at least manage out just 2 injuries out of that game. One being technically he's our starting right guard, even though he's a left guard, but Jamon Brown, he has a shoulder tear. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. I'll probably take him out at least throughout most of the playoffs. Maybe he can come back into the conference championship or Super Bowl, somewhere around there. So we'll see, as another starting offensive lineman that's out, as Whitworth is still out too. And then also our running back, Lance Dunbar, got dislocated elbow. He is out for 2 weeks. So you would feel like that would be depleted running back, but have no fear, because the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that has been salvaging our team, that is right, it is Todd Gurley. He is back from injury and back in the starting lineup. So thank goodness, even though Dunbar did his part, he did a suitable and great, remarkable job replacing Gurley when he's been out. But thank goodness we get Gurley back right in time for the playoffs. So that's a huge help. But that O-line, though, does gonna need some work. Hopefully Gurley can at least somehow manage to find some running room with this kind of scavenged O-line that we have going on here. Quick update on the seedings or standings, though. We do control our own destiny once again. For this time, for the home field advantage, we got a first round bye at best, or at worst rather. That best we can do is hopefully if we get the win today against the 49ers, which should be easy, we will be able to clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Now, a lot of contract extensions we got to figure out here before the season ends. Starting with Jermaine Johnson, he didn't like our first offer from last week, so we'll try to make this better for you, okay? So let's do this. We're going to give you this offer that you wanted, same money, signing bonus, but we're going to take it down a year less. I feel like we don't really want to keep him too long term, just because I don't know if he's going to ever equate to anything above a 90 overall. But let's see if he likes this offer here. And wow, he just saying plain just, I don't want to be interested in signing anymore. So maybe we might have did some things wrong with that, tinkering with his money offer, but I just did not want to pay him so much for being an 84 overall corner. But he has played exceptionally well to get up to 86, so we'll see if we can somehow re-sign him back in free agency. But the other issue we got to figure out in terms of signing is either picking between our safeties, or either Mo Alexander or LaMarcus Joyner. And we take a look at the stats. I had to figure out a way to make a decision on these two. Keeping both of them would be also a little bit costly as well. I looked at the stats. They look actually pretty almost about the same, honestly. But there were a couple of key factors that kind of played into my decision here today. So one being, when I look at Joyner, I didn't realize this, but Joyner's only 5'8". Now that's not discriminating anything about the short people or anything like that, but I kind of like my safeties at least a little bit tall, especially when playing back there in the secondary. So that kind of affects a little bit of my decision right there. But also when you take a look at Mo Alexander and his stats, one, he's also 6'1", so that actually is about the right height I kind of want the safeties to be at in terms of tallness. But that 90 hit power, anything 90 or above on the hit power for a safety, I will take that almost any day, because you know they lay the hits, man. Those could be fumble making plays and big time plays when it comes down to it. So with that being said, Alexander looks like he could be the choice. He also has a bump in his rating from confidence with 86 overall now compared to Jordan, who's an 84. So Alexander seemed like it was the smart decision to make. We didn't even tinker with his money offer at all. We just gave him what he wanted, and he was happy to sign and continue playing for us. So Alexander will be for sure kept with the team for the foreseeable future. Joyner, if we get enough money now that Jermaine Johnson did not accept our offer, maybe we can still re-sign him later on. We'll see how all that works out come the off season. The other person we want to sign is Ethan Westbrooks, but unfortunately he didn't like the offer we gave him either, and he's gonna also say goodbye to us. Hopefully, maybe we'll give him another offer. I'm not too worried about him. I feel we can draft somebody to replace him. He did have a pretty good year with 8 sacks, but what it is. I gave him about maybe 0.5 less than what he asked for. I wasn't too threatened about the offer that he was asking for, so I thought just maybe tinker in his offer a little bit, but he still said no, so what can you do? So there are going to be some players who are going to have to change whatsoever. But enough of that. Let's get into today's game here against the San Francisco 49ers. You saw the little stat right there, seeing how Todd Gurley and the effect he has. I mean, even though we were 3-0, you can tell the decrease in the points and the yards went down a bit with him being gone. But look at this here. As you see, Gurley on that first run, as you saw, didn't really get nothing going. So it's going to take some time to him to get back into the system here. But Goff and the Rams, though, with the passing attack, that's still always going to be in play. As you see here on that screen play to Robert Woods, gets it in for a first down right in the red zone. First and goal here. Can we get Gurley his first touchdown back? Gets stuffed right there. So then after a denial on second and goal, third and goal, we decide to pass it, and it was a costly mistake as it's picked off by one of the Niners. And we at least be able to take him down before that pick six, but Niners, though, now have a chance to take over here. But on 3rd and 10, this is what happens when you don't have a great quarterback. That's not Jimmy G. That's not Jimmy Garoppolo. That's CJ Beathard. And he throws a very bad decision, makes a bad decision, makes a horrible throw. Throwing to Alec Ogletree makes it probably the easiest pick he'll probably have ever. So now we get the ball right back, and Jared Goff's going to redeem himself here. Oh my goodness, but Gurley! That's the Gurley you want to see right there. That's first big run in his return game here. Just bulldozing that Niner defender. Jesus Louise. 2nd and 9 here, though. We are in the red zone again, but once again, Goff throws another pick. Back-to-back picks. This is something we do not want to see heading into the playoffs, as Goff, and you know, he's a little bit inexperienced in his 2nd year going into the playoffs here, but he's going to have to shake off some of that kind of like this horrid play that he's got going on in today's game. But he does make up at least a little bit of it right there, getting it to Sammy Watkins, and congrats to him hitting 1,000 yards for the season. Here comes Gurley now, his 2nd biggest run of the day here, getting it for a first down in a game right here that I feel like we should win, but right now it's still a tie game. Nobody scored here until right on the next play. Goff to Cooper Kupp for a touchdown. So Goff finally gets a touchdown after the first 2 picks. Kupp making a nice play. I think he actually beat the Niners' top corner right there. As you can see on the replay here, look, he wasn't even paying attention at the snap. He's like, hey, what am I supposed to do again? Oh, okay, I'm just going to beat this defender right here. Make a little post route. In and out I go. And there it is, touchdown. Easy as that. Kupp has progressed very well in his rookie season after that trade with Tavon Austin, opening up some playing time for him. So good for him for taking advantage of the opportunities that he's gotten here. And Niners offense, though, still struggling as they cannot get that first down. Beathard trying to scramble, takes a shot. Would give the ball right back to us here. And now Goff finally getting his groove thing going on here as he gets a nice pass over those 2 Niners defenders to Woods for a first down. Then on 4th and 1 here, we decide to go for it right before the half. And you know we're going to hand off to Gurley, even just coming back from injury. We trust in him. And then on 1st and goal here, we could have ran for it, but I wanted Watkins to get the little goal completion XP. As you saw right there, he got the goal completed. So we get a touchdown, and just like that, we go up 14-0 heading into the half. Now starting off with the ball in the 2nd half. Gurley, first play of the 2nd half, getting a first down here. Now inside Niners territory. Gurley's going to bounce to the outside. Oh, he just hurdled over a Niner defender. Did Gurley just pull off a signature hurdle? If you know and watch the Rams games, you've been seeing Todd Gurley always pulling off these signature hurdles, and we just pulled one off here today. Look at this here. It's like he just knows the timing aspect of when to jump over that defender. Right here with the freeze frame. Oh, what a move. What a move by Mr. Todd Gurley. Could have possibly been MVP this year if he didn't get injured, but it's all good. We'll take a Super Bowl win instead. As you see here on play action, screenplay to Robert Woods, and Woods imitating Todd Gurley into the end zone. He decides to do a signature hurdle, saying, "Hey, I want to join this hurdle party myself." As Woods going in and out and does the Todd Gurley signature hurdle himself, even though there was no one to hurdle over. But nonetheless, that gets us up to 21-0, and things are not looking good for the Niners at all, especially with their season. As Beathard throws another pick to Trumaine Johnson, who has 7 picks now for the season. What a turnaround Trumaine has had. Could this be something where we made a big mistake not signing him? But speaking of picks, oh no, Goff throws another pick. That's his 3rd. And this guy could go all the way for a touchdown. Pick 6 by the Niners, as they now are on the board and they didn't even score on offense yet. So now the game maybe got a little bit interesting, but nope, no, it did not. Just when we thought the game got a little bit interesting, Ogletree spoils the party as now Beathard throws his 3rd pick. So both quarterbacks not exactly having the best of games, but Goff here on 3rd and 8, big time throw, finding Cooper Kupp for a 1st down. At least Goff making the plays where it matters the most. And then on 3rd and goal here, we need to get Gurley's 1st touchdown, and he just gets it in off the HB toss. Gurley didn't have a lot of big runs, but he had a lot of signature plays like the hurdle, and finally getting his 1st touchdown since his injury. And that is going to take us with the victory and into the playoffs now, as we go on to beat the San Francisco 49ers 27-7 in the final week of the season, as we go into the playoffs as the top seed in the NFC with home field advantage at 13-3. But now the fun's about to begin. Playoff football, baby. Woo! 3 games and we're Super Bowl champs. Can we do it? Is this a Super Bowl championship winning team? We're about to find out. I thank you guys for watching this episode. Until next time, guys, this is Rick Redmond signing out.